Hey guys, it's Chris Lemick here at True Nature Hypnotherapy. I was a drunk, I became a monk, now I do hypnosis. So today we're going to talk about perfectionism as a trauma response. Now, when we're talking about perfectionism in this context, we're not talking about doing really great. We're not talking about excellence. We're not talking about, pursuing the best possible us that we can be. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about perfectionism as a maladaptive strategy for protecting oneself from trauma. So what happens? How does this happen? Imagine that you're a child and you're 4, 5, 6 years old, whatever it is. You don't have the physical strength, you don't have the emotional intelligence, you don't have the life experience, you don't even have the brain development yet to be able to protect and defend yourself. So when a child feels like they are being threatened, when the child feels like they're being neglected or their basic needs are being withheld in some way, when they're being abused, they are feeling, rightly so, like their life is being threatened, because it is. And so the only response that they have to that is going to be a child's response. And one of those responses, one of those strategies for protecting themselves is going to be something along the lines of just being good, being not disruptive, not rocking the boat, performing for the adult caregivers in such a way that one of two things happens. Either the adult caregiver starts giving them what they actually need, or the adult caregiver stops the abusive or threatening or harmful behavior. Now, understanding perfectionism, understanding where it comes from, is just the first step. When we have a clearer understanding of what the problem is and where it's coming from, we can then take steps to heal and to alleviate that. Hypnosis is a powerful way of doing this. Hypnosis is really all about accessing your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind up until now has been holding on to this trauma, holding on to this past experience, and has been kind of reacting to it subconsciously in a way as if it's happening right now. So what we want to do in hypnosis is we want to convince the subconscious mind to let go of that. Convince the subconscious mind that it no longer needs to respond in that way. It no longer needs to use that strategy. One of the strategies that I suggest that we do to replace that perfectionism is to start practicing some self-compassion. And self-compassion is tough for perfectionists, right? And I'm speaking from experience here. Perfectionists, we have a tendency to not be able to give ourselves grace. We have a tendency to be really super hard on ourselves. And when you're super hard on yourself, when you can't give yourself grace, it can sometimes be difficult to even imagine what it would be like to be compassionate towards yourself. So we just start out small and to set the intention that, for today, as best as I can, I'm going to be kind and encouraging to myself. I'm going to look out for myself. I'm going to be patient with myself. I'm going to try to be as understanding as possible with myself as I possibly can. And again, we don't have to be perfect at that, right? We do the best that we can. So this is a practice makes better strategy. A practice makes, not perfect, but a practice makes better. So each day we can do this. We can just practice some self-compassion, give ourselves a little bit of grace, give ourselves a little bit of love, and just set the intention that, hey, as best as we can throughout the day, I'm going to be kind and encouraging to myself. And just let go of that kind of bullshit thinking that we have to be perfect, that we have to get it right all the time, that if we don't do that, somehow the sky is going to come falling down. Because the truth of the matter is the sky is always there. It's always going to be there, and the earth is always going to be under our feet taking care of us. So I hope you found that useful today. I hope it gave you some insight into perfectionism, the trauma response, and how it sort of manifests in our adult life. So again, my name's Chris Lemick from True Nature Hypnotherapy. I used to be a drunk, I became a monk, and now I do hypnosis. And I'm passionate about, helping people navigate through these sorts of things, using hypnosis to release past traumas and really connect with their true selves. If you're interested in continuing this conversation, I put a link down in the description here to my link tree. You can get some more information about me. You can buy a copy of my book, or you can even set up a free consultation where we'll talk one-to-one in a Zoom call about this kind of stuff, and how hypnosis might be able to be just a ticket for you to overcome perfectionism and to really step off into a new life. So thanks again. Click on the subscribe button, click the like button, ring that bell. I look forward to seeing you in future videos.